Well, the biggest game of the weekend is going to be between Man City versus Liverpool. The game is going to be played at Etihad, and as Man City is nursing injuries of Phil Foden, who is not expected to be part of the game that is going to be played on Saturday, Haaland is also doubtful, but Liverpool have registered another huge injury boost of Luiz Diaz. You know him very well. He last played a game for Liverpool when they are losing at Old Trafford 2-1 at or against Manchester United, and ever since then he has not been playing the game of football. That is Luiz Diaz for you, and this is the man's chance to come in through and obviously do his impact on the field of play. News coming in from Liverpool, it's told to us that Luiz Diaz is going to be available, and it's bad news to you. It's bad news to Man City fans, because Liverpool is really going to be having very, very deadly players back, and obviously that is going to make that game interesting, and Arsenal fans are really going to jubilate the return of Luiz Diaz, because he is really one of those players that you could go ahead and really reckon with when it comes to really complementing that attacking prowess of Liverpool, especially in as far as the attacking threats are really concerned. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rokani David is my name. We are discussing İlkay Gündoğan to Barcelona. That move looks like it's going to happen, and a deal is closely to be agreed. And lastly, it's all about Patritici. You know Patritici, he has been the football director, sporting director of Spurs. His ban has been extended, meaning that he is not supposed to be taking charge of any footballing activity in the world. That means Spurs, after losing Antonio Conte, they found themselves in a position of losing what we call the footballing director. Let's start off with the story of Luiz Diaz, and it's being reported by Neil Jones. He's a correspondent of Liverpool for The Goal, and you know that this is coming in from a credible source of the club that provided he has no adverse reaction, Luiz Diaz will be in the squad to face Man City on Saturday. If I told you a Jurgen Klopp and a Liverpool fan all over the world, you would jubilate over this. You know, ever since Sadio Mane left, I think the live wire that Liverpool was left with off the left attacking side of the midfield, all as the left forward, it's Luiz Diaz. You know, his intensity is zero out of this world, and he's a player that they've missed a lot, because in his debut season at Liverpool, he found himself scoring 4 goals in the Premier League and putting in 3 assists, and he played only 13 games for Liverpool into the Premier League season of 2021-2022. So it shows you how important he was. 13 games and having 7 goal involvements is really great, and this season he had only played 8 games and he had scored 3 goals. He had scored 3 goals and put in 2 assists. That is Luiz Diaz for you. So it shows you that he's a very important player for Liverpool. And in this game where they are going in on Saturday to play City, he's highly needed. Even if he gets you close to 20 minutes towards the end of the game, you love his presence. Why? He is really lightning quick. Secondly, he can craft something out of nothing, you know, and he's not selfish. You know, he gets Liverpool to the next level, and I think Kyle Walker will be having a very busy day on the net, because he'll be facing Diego Jota or Cody Gakpo for some 70 minutes, and then Luiz Diaz will come in through depending on the game situation. So I believe he's one of those people that's going to be one of the match deciders, according to me, because his pace is really ridiculous and his skill set is undoubted. I first saw him when he's playing for his country, that is it Colombia? And I found him very impressive into that side. So I think for Arsenal fans, you have a reason to jubilate and think of how the threat of the front three of Liverpool is going to be, because Salah, Firmino, Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, Diego Jota, and now Luiz Diaz. 6 forwards, all available to face Man City. You get? It's really great for Arsenal to be seeing Liverpool going to that game of City with all that hype, because Liverpool knows it that if at all they lose to City, they would have really gone ahead to dump or really lessen their chances of really playing in the Champions League. Why? When you look at the Premier League table right now, sorry about that. When you look at the Premier League table, Liverpool is placed 6th with 42 points. They are 7 points behind the fourth place team, that is Tottenham Hotspur. So if they win all their games they have in hand, they'll be having 48 points. You get? They'll be having 48 points. And Newcastle has gone ahead. Newcastle has found themselves in a position. I think, let me flash it on the screen and you guys see it very well. Newcastle have found themselves in a position. Look at Newcastle. They're having 47 points and they're having 26 games with Liverpool. Liverpool will be at 48, meaning that they'll be 1 point behind the fourth place team, that is Tottenham Hotspur. So if at all they lose to Man City, they will be really trying to sabotage their chances to go into the top four. So I think they really need this win as up, and they win it badly. So let's wait and see how the manager of Liverpool is going to stand. That is on Saturday, and I think by tomorrow I'm going to come in through with the predicted starting 11 of Liverpool, the predicted starting 11 of City, and then the match preview will be coming in later. That is on Friday. So we wait and see how that is going to unfold in there for you. Now we are having a story coming in from Samuel Madison. He's a writer of ESPN, and then Moise ESPN also are reporting that Barcelona are pressing on with negotiations to sign Man City's İlkay Gündoğan this summer. Talks have begun, ongoing for several weeks, and all parties are often to a deal in the right circumstances. That is what we are getting in from a side known as Barcelona and Man City. But as for him, he's telling us that negotiations are really pressing on. There is a close source from Barcelona's Gerard Romero. This is a guy who always breaks stories that are really credible, coming in from Barcelona. So that's that FC Barcelona have reached full agreement with İlkay Gündoğan. If he accepts the loan clause, he will be a Blaugrana. That's it. So FC Barcelona have agreed a deal with İlkay Gündoğan, and it's all about him accepting the loan clause. So as it stands, Barcelona want to sign İlkay Gündoğan, and these are the only deals that Barcelona can do. Do you know why? They are really into a very bad spell of activities that they cannot even go ahead and really sign in players. Do you know why? For them to sign in players using their money, they should find themselves in a position of really selling players amounting to 175 million pounds. So it's hard for them to really get that amount of money, because all the players that are supposed to sell to get in money are really wanted by the club. I think the only player that they're really having that they can sell that is not going to affect them if at all he leaves, that is Ansu Fati. The other one to me is Rafinha, because if Ousmane Dembele returns and you bring in Lionel Messi, I think you'll be having very many options onto the left attacking side of the midfield. So, but for Gündoğan, if at all he goes that side, it will be a very good signing for a side called Barcelona, because he's really a very good player that you'd reckon with at your club, and you'd be loving to really have him that side. So let's wait and see how that's going to unfold. But İlkay Gündoğan looks like he's heading to Barcelona, and I think he'll benefit that midfield of Barcelona a lot. Now, breaking coming from the Guardian Sport, Fabio Patrici Football's ban has been extended worldwide by FIFA, meaning the Tottenham Hotspur director of football will have to step aside unless an appeal is successful. Now, Patrici was in Italy. Was he working for Juventus? And amongst the frauds that were made at Juventus, I think he was part of them, and he was banned. And I think he made an appeal. And today, FIFA have gone ahead to really lift the ban. They've not lifted it, they've extended it, and the only way he can see himself really getting back into involvement of active football, he needs to do what we call, how is it called? Is it to really put in an appeal? But if the appeal is unsuccessful, if the appeal is unsuccessful, he will find himself thrown under the bus again. So looks like Spurs are really having a very difficult season. You know, having in Patritti, the footballing director, who was drawing up a plan for everything as how it's supposed to be running again at Spurs. The manager he brought in, Antonio Conte, has just gotten sacked. Yesterday I saw him speaking on Sky Sports, but today he has been banned again. So Daniel Levy looks like he's in a very trying situation, and he needs to find a quick solution to this, and I don't know how that is going to be done at a side known as Spurs. So guys, your thoughts on the three stories we talked about are welcome in the comment section below. Luiz Diaz returning to destroy City over the weekend. Reactions are welcome in the comment section below. That will be music to ears to Arsenal fans all over the world. İlkay Gündoğan to Barcelona. Would you want him to go to Barcelona, or would you like him to stay at City? And Patritich's ban at Spurs. What does it mean, and what condition is going to be at Spurs after the sacking of Antonio Conte and then Patritici? May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. A sign out for now. See you later, my Muslim friends. Enjoy your month of Ramadan.